You know the song "Staring Through the World Through My Rear," staring at the world through my rear view. Well, I'm actually staring at the world, over the steering wheel. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to figure out something. Should I go to New York City and catch them early in the morning, or do I catch them in Delaware? But the saga ends in 2024. I've decided that this whole situation ends in 2024 because it's been going on too long. This is 4 years. 4 years will be as of November 7th, okay? Will mark 2020 was the year I came out here. So 4 years exactly, I'm saying. So by November 7th, this situation will be rectified. And you guys will have your answer in regards to, will this FDMG open? Will the FDMG open? You know, folks, I truly doubt that. Nah, I can't see this. Umar still ain't give you your bread. Nope. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm saying this is real personal, because we took it to court, spoke to a lawyer, and then the lawyer said we find a way to get your money. So this is real ignorant right now. So we're gonna bring it, like I said, we bringing it to the FDMG. So I'm late night and just waiting for the AM. You know what I'm saying? Or do I just wait for Delaware? For me, safety is always about, my safety. So my safety is very important. But I see, folks, I told you my story. You folks are funny. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. I told you that the FDMG was not going to. Now, everybody can say it was never going to open, but I'm telling you, it had no chance ever since me. Now, I proved it because, you know what I'm saying, you still see him doing paint days and paint. We talk about and I would love for Charlemagne's the God to say, yo, how many paint days did you have? But then, you know what I'm saying, well, technically, he can answer very easy. Well, the first paint day was, on the exterior of the building. It was a lot of graffiti on the building. I'm going to talk the game he's going to give him. Okay? It was a lot of graffiti on the building. And every time, they find me every time they find graffiti on the building. So I had to make sure that we took care of the exterior part of the building. And so that was a couple of days that we did the exterior. Then we did it's remember, it's a building, it's an institution that we're doing. This is not your average home, this ain't just a bedroom, couple of bedrooms. This is classrooms. And so, well, Umar, I thought you hired some contractors. You didn't get no contractors to lace that up. With all the immigrants coming in, why don't you get you some Mexicans to lay out there and torch those walls? And you said the school was pretty good, It wasn't too much damage to the walls, so it wasn't no repair that you had to do to the walls, so it was just straight paint. Any little kid could. When it comes to these questions at this Breakfast Club, if I was Charlemagne, because DJ Envy, he's a quiet cat. He just come in, he ad-lib here and there. Or he might ask one question after he's sitting back and listening. But I'm begging these cats to go 100% ham on this nigga. Because to be honest, I'm trying to figure out why they even bringing him back to the show. How dare they even bring him back to the show? But I swear to you, I already know what this is about, folks. This ain't about, yo, nigga, what the fuck? What is going on? Excuse the language. But that's what this show is. Tomorrow taping and airing is definitely about what the F. WTF, Umar. I mean, he don't even know he's being set up. They got that new chick too. Don't they have a new VJ DJ on the show? Don't they got a new DJ disc jockey chick on the show? You know what I'm saying? I pray, I hope that she don't sit back and just be a little fangirl. I hope she asks some real questions. I said doctor. I ain't say Dr. Umar in so many years. You know, Dr. Clown, I was looking at your last video when you was here because I wasn't part of the show, and so now I was part of the show because I wanted to be more acute to what's going on, and so I've noticed. I heard that you really was adamant about the contractors and how they was doing you wrong and how the white contractors got you to the finish line. And you said that you was like weeks away from the finish line with all the construction work. The of the school, the interior of the school. Do you have any images of I mean, I'm pretty sure you're proud of the school, but us, the Breakfast Club, to put out there so maybe some of your donors would like to see these images and they may be interested in donating. Oh, you can't do it because you still got those ceiling tiles that's still missing, because you still got that roof that's still leaking. Oh, I hope they ask him about, the roofing job that he been so needing. I really hope they ask about that, because just the other day when they had the big storm, the roof is drowning. We are underneath the water. Let the motherfucker flood, mother effer, flood. The roof was flooding, not burning, flooding. We underneath the water. Let the motherfucker flood, mother effer, flood. You had Noah's Ark up in that. So we pull up to this Breakfast Club to get them to really start asking them the real questions? Do they need to see a protest? Right now, honestly, we need a strong movement of Black Lives Matter election all the way to a little small guy like Umar Johnson and the money that he stole from everyone. Your money should matter. You should matter. Black lives should matter. The fact that Black lives is something that these people are playing with right now. All these people have been playing with your Black lives. Umar Johnson been playing with your Black lives for all these years. It's important for us to hit these streets right now in this last 120 days of this election. I really think that we should put a spotlight on everything that want to be spotlighted on. Umar wants a spotlight on him. We should shine it on him on a higher level. He could talk about everyone and anyone, but right now, for some reason, we are not shining the spotlight on this man on the highest level. It's 2024 going into 2025. Why? Because we are on the second half of this year. We're in July. That's the second half of the year. July represents the second half of this 12-month calendar system. And this man has no intentions of opening the school. So it's my duty as a soldier. Like I said, we're going to get our bread, but right now we're going to is right now. The man needs to pay me my money. Otherwise, I really have a real strong case. This whole Philadelphia situation. I mean, I have stories to clear me from any wrongdoings or whatever I'm going to do. But 2024 is the last year of this forever. But for my situation with the court papers and me not get my money and all that situation, no. It comes to an end this year. Because we are pulling up out of New York City or Delaware. Because when I pulled up on him in Philadelphia, he said, bring it to the block. He had a whole bunch of people around him, and I wasn't even ready. I wasn't even in that zone. I was really working. I just so happened to look up and see that he was talking to someone I knew. But now we go into warrior mode. The same way they're pulling all these clowns out, biddies and all these little pervs and stuff like that, we have to pull the spotlight on all these coon-ass educators. All these fake great debaters. All they do is critique shit, but they have not laid out a blueprint. Their side, I mean, this is thing is such as hustling and side hustling, you know what I'm saying? But really, when I'm talking about blueprint, there's no blueprint from our so-called conscious community. And it takes people to really pull the plug, not the plug, not just the plug, but the cards. We got to pull the cards of these people and then pull the plug from the wall. Shut the game down. Because the game is over, folks. It is I've sat and watched 2 elections with you folks. I watched the election with Joe Biden and Trump, and then we're gonna watch this next election with Joe Biden and Trump again. And your so-called conscious community, which is the most scariest thing ever, 2024 conscious community is the most wickedest illusion of come across. This is the worst breed of human beings that you will ever come across. At least back then, if your brother was going to do you dirty, you kind of knew he was going to do you dirty because, he just had those dirty intentions. But these folks, they will go all the way to the end in denial of themselves that they are not trying to do you dirty. These folks are doing you so dirty that they are able to get back on the radio and go on the Breakfast Club again to talk about a school that has not opened. What you need to raise some money for? Oh, I gotta get some more. Oh, okay, come on down, man. Yo, bro, what's going on here? I don't care if you never voted in your life. I don't care if you don't believe in this political system. I don't care. I just know that this is the best time ever to hustle the situation. All you folks who want to vote for that dude Biden is an embarrassment to your family. It's an embarrassment to your family. This mosquito's trying to eat me up. And why do I say it's an embarrassment to your family? Because if you have a family member who's been locked up and then discriminated against because his record and couldn't get a job at Toys R Us, couldn't get a job at Pizza Hut, couldn't get a job at Domino's, and you guys are not hitting to the streets and protesting this world, then millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars and going to get into this president's seat, he's going to win. And you folks, but you want to donate to the FDMG though. That's what you say, because the prince is going to save you. No, it's time for people like me to pull the cards now. Because all you fake conscious people out there are not even pulling the card of this man. He's supposed to have been canceled. Why, Don? Why should he be canceled? Because you say he should be canceled? The proof is in the fucking cake. The proof is in the dessert. This nigga's serving you fentanyl. He's serving you folks fentanyl as education. He's serving you fentanyl. Understand what I'm saying? Fentanyl. And he's handing it to you and knowing that what he's serving you. It's people like that must be destroyed. Do you get what I'm saying, folks? It's people like that must be destroyed, because he's handing you folks fentanyl, knowing he's handing you fentanyl and feeding it to you and making you pay the highest price for it. I want to know who his connect is. Who's he connected to, folks? Who is Umar connected to for him to still be getting away with this shit? So it's important for a person like me to pull the plug on this whole bad ass show. It got to be canceled. This FDMG cannot open because he's proven to us that he's not worthy. Let him get a little storefront. Let him operate, do some meetings and shit like that. Back in the day, some soapbox meetings in the storefront. And let him go back to organizing from that level. But on this con artist level of being online, where people can't even get a refund, where people can't speak to you without getting the phone hung up on them, getting blocked in this fictitious matrix. No, this is a fairy tale world. He needs to go back to start and start all over, back in the trenches. He got lucky with that online wave and he's just an algorithm, right? That's what y'all call it. Damn, mosquito. That's all he is. He's in rotation, and whenever somebody want to get some views, then they use him. Sad thing about me is that when I got to talk about it is when I'm fucking so mad about something or frustrated or just peeping some game or just seeing something, and then I got to enlighten you. That's the difference between me and all these other clowns that use this man's name. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks for the super chat. No. Y'all should hit up this damn Cash App or whatever y'all can hit up so I can get and make these damn moves to pull the damn veil. I'm the only person on the planet right now that's willing to pull that veil off that man's fucking his neck. I want to pull the veil from his back and pull it over his front and just boom, 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 boom. Because he's proven to me that he's the biggest con artist on the planet. I mean, he scares me, folks. I am so scared because I believe that if he opens that school up, he's going to be worse than Sean Diddy Combs. He's going to be worse than Suge Knight. Let me cam up for that one. Umar opens the school. He's going to be 10 times worse than Suge Knight. He's going to be 50 times worse than Diddy. If Umar Johnson opens that school, he's going to be 100,000 times worse than Suge Knight. Worse than Diddy. And he showed it from the beginning, folks. It's not like it's not like he hid anything. It's not like you got to see 8 years later down the road and hear this is blatantly in your face right now, like a tick tock, like one of those grandfather clocks, and there's a swing tick tock, and y'all seeing it on episode after episode after. He's going to be 100,000 times worse, and I'm telling you because I've seen it in this man's eyes. As that these men mounted up around me, and he would love that they was going to strike, but they couldn't strike. You know why they can't strike, my nigga? Because I'm protected. Protection comes from unseen powerful forces. Have minds of children leaning to the right courses. Okay, so all your little goons and all your little security, they all got to fall back when I'm on the set, dog. To have some old, it's not going to be your security. It's going to have to be some old retard fan fag boy, some fan fag boy that's protecting you. What they call those people, not minions, but back in days, the guys where they cut off their balls and their penis and shit like that. Jezebel had a whole bunch of them shits around her. Munich, some shit. I forgot what they call it, but you know. But when they all those men that's been around, like the Caesars and shit like that. That's the type of dudes that Umar like around him. So do my job, but yo, do what you gotta do. But I'm just here to do my job, bro. Yeah. So when I have my security, then they have nothing to say. It's just gonna be matched up. It's gonna be actually unmatched because my peoples ain't really coming to be. My people's not coming to negotiate. My people's not there to like diffuse shit. My people's coming to agitate the situation, erect the situation, magnify the situation. So when we talk about pulling up, this is 2024. When we took care and handled a situation that happened in one of these buildings, and we just ran up on a situation. With this situation with Umar, my people's going to enjoy the meeting of this man because they're going to understand. They got the memo. They seen me and they seen the struggle. They know, oh, this person has been holding his money and lying to the people. He's been lying to the people and holding out on money and then have security. And he's what, 6'3"? He tried to get you jumped how many times? He tried to get you locked up how many times? And he owes you money? See, folks, you guys go out there and you still be praising, idolizing these rap stars and these singers and these so-called social media heads and anybody who have money, anybody who has a little power, anybody who have rank. And y'all go out there and y'all be like showing them a little bit too much energy. That's where I put it. And you put that swelling in their heads and make them be able to float like they're a helium balloon and they not coming back down to the ground until someone busts their bubble. And that's what happened. You folks created this man, gave him a blimp head. He got the biggest blimp head right now, and he's floating around thinking that everything is sweet. And it's going to take a situation like me to bust his bubble for him to come back crashing to the ground to realize that he was a clown. And all he did was just play with the people's emotions. 2024 is that year. Why? Because I have the time for it right now. There's a different ball game. There's a lot of things in my life that's just cleared out. There's a lot of things in my life that's no longer there. Therefore, I have nothing but time. As long as I'm in the streets and I'm not locked up with the police, I have nothing but time to dedicate to the situation. I have my own personal situation I'm about to do. We're doing the water ice eating competition. It's going to be big like the Nathan's hot dog eating competition. So we're preparing for that. But at the same time, I'm preparing to get my money because the money's going to pay for that. Take a little time out. Shout out to you. Like I said, this is a random live. I'm on. What am I on? I'm on this damn YouTube shit. Thank God I'm able to talk because I have to get this out. I told you folks from day one, I'm not and cowardly. I'd rather let you know what my move's going to be. So I'm trying to think, do I go to New York City or do I just wait for Delaware? I'm nervous with the Delaware because I don't know if and when that's going to take place. So I got to keep my ears tuned and my feet down on the ground. And I ain't got time to be on this shit like that. I was going to go today, but the car was acting up. Now I got the car. I thought I fixed the car, but it's still acting up. That's why since the drop off, I'm pulling up on that shit. And the reason why I say a few donations, just in case I do break down, at least the car can get the engine cooling neck. That shit burst. So that popped. Since I had the car, I only had the car for like 2 months. The first thing went on that damn car was the battery. I mean, like really bad at a bad time because I was in the middle of going to do my Mother's Day hustle. Battery go, then the alternator go like another 2 weeks later. Then the heater core hose like another week and a half later. Then the fucking the hose that goes to the engine cooling neck hose that goes. And between that, well, this they've really been sidetracking us from what we want to do and what we got to do. But right now, I'm focused on this situation. As long as this car is going to be able to maneuver, I'm chasing this nigga down. So technically, if I have to drive to New York, if I have to drive to Delaware, if I have to drive to Virginia, if I have to drive to Georgia, that's going to be the mission now. But I'm actually going to have him make. He's going to have an order of protection against me by the time it's done, or he's just going to have to give me my money, or he's going to be in the hospital. It's one or the other. These are all real. This way you. This what you did. You brought this to this situation. Sorry, folks. I'm looking for something. You stop lying to people. You're not going to open a school. Let the people know that you're struggling to get the money up. Let them know some real shit. Let them know that you've messed up with their bread. Let them know some real shit. But also let them know that you really need to pay me. Because I'm telling you, I really was going to go to New York today. And I'm really looking. I'm here because I want to pull off and go. I hate driving when I'm tired. But I definitely don't want to drive this car while it's dark, because if it do fuck up, then I'd rather be daytime. You heard? So, but the Breakfast Club is early, so I got to get out there early. There's a lot of you folks don't really, you watching, like Lil Durk, his son shot somebody, you know what I'm saying? Lil Durk's son shot his stepfather. Y'all watching shit like that. While I'm really living in a situation where I'm like trying to maintain myself from going to jail. On a person who gets thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of views. And y'all sit here listening to me talk, but really not knowing that this shit is really at massive, critical mass. And he's played with so much fire to a point where if I don't do what I'm supposed to do, I believe my creator's going to punish me a little bit more. Like I said, when I first came, I told you I was supposed to cut the head off these dragons. And if I'm not cutting head off of dragons, I'm lying and I'm not doing my job. So therefore, in my life, everything will be in shambles because I'm not doing what I'm here to do. Therefore, I'm going to cut the fucking head off the dragon. And folks, we're going to get involved this election. We got 100 some days. I guarantee you, folks, you guys are going to be talking this election. You're going to be understanding the purpose of really talking this election. Black man, rise, original rebel. This is the election. If you are a woman and you are a black woman and you had a man who had dreams and he had plans and he talked to you about his plans while he's drinking, while he's having sex with you, while he's eating, while he's smoking, and he's talk to his plans and he's showing you plans, he write down his plans, he's going to lie, he's and you have a little bit of his back, but you don't believe him. But you believe this nigga Joe Biden and you go cast your vote, you a Jezebel. You an evil witch. But who to vote for? There is an independent party. If you still don't want to go and vote for that Trump, and these are not the candidates that you chose, And that goes the same thing for this guy and Umar Johnson. He's not the candidate that we chose to lead us in this mission of blackness. But for some reason, you folks done pumped some helium in this man's head and got him floating around thinking that he's the prince of fucking Africans. And it's devastating to me because I was there. It's devastating to me because I sat with him. It's devastating to me for me because I know what the problem is. And I'm telling you what the problem is. He is possessed. But y'all don't want to hear that shit. But then later on would go on and he would talk about, oh, he's in the cemetery. Yeah, he's in the cemetery. Why? The nigga is possessed. Why don't y'all get that? Why is that so hard to comprehend? I said that day 1, and I say even day 25 stronger. He's possessed, and he has embraced these entities. The entities that possess him, he embraced them. The sad thing about it is that he's being fought against. That's why nothing's really progressing, because he's being fought against heavy. But that's why I said now time to slay the dragon. We got to free him from his possession. That's what has to happen. He has to get free from his possession. Okay, folks, that's what we about to do. We about to free this man from his possession. His possession is his himself. Right now, he has to be embarrassed. He haven't reached the critical mass of embarrassment yet. But I truly believe that if he do this interview with the Breakfast Club, I truly believe that the spirits was going to matter of fact, I pray in mouths of these men at the Breakfast Club. I pray that they will do the right thing. I pray that they will ask the right questions. I pray that they will actually give this man his cross. Not his flowers, but give him his cross and allow him to nail himself to this cross. I pray that they do not go and idolize this man. I pray that they realize that he has been worshipped by people and now he's supposed to be crucified. I pray that they realize that they was part of the problem by allowing him a platform. I pray that this is their time and their day to do. Of dollars has been given to this man and he has not come through in the way that he's supposed to, not the way that the people want him to, but the way he's supposed to. I pray on this show that they would do the right thing. I pray that God shows up this day, because if God shows up this day, then I don't have to pull up. But I want to pull up because I want to see when God shows up. You feel me? But I pray with all my heart that every interview that he gets, they start asking him the right questions. I pray the chance to even have the thoughts to overthink these men because they are already on their game plan. I pray that they don't even have a game plan. I pray that they just going to do the right thing, which is the right game. Doing the right thing is the right game right now. And I pray that that's what shows up tomorrow. I pray with all my heart. I pray that from all the great good ancestors who died for good cause, who died for real education, who done stop the mass the nonsense. Stop it. Stop the mass destruction that you're doing amongst your own people. I pray that the ancestors show up and tell him that his time has come where he must tell the truth. I pray, because I'm telling you, if none of that shit happens, I pray I have the strength to do what I feel in my mind to really, truly do. And I pray that I can get it done. And I pray that I can walk away and not give a fuck. And I pray that I will be successful in whatever it is that I accomplish after if all other prayers don't be met. But I pray that one of these prayers are met. Because I think and I know that the time of the dragon must come. And the dragon head must be slayed off. And I pray I can do that shit. Yo, this man said you ain't pulling up on nobody. I done pulled up on this man like 4 times already. But the time now must come where it's just violent. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to be nice. My next accountment is and you talk about get a job already, dude. Why must I always have to pull out bread on you folks and just tell you to shut the fuck up? I'm not even reading no comments. Because I be working is the reason why I don't be having time to really pull up on the fool, you clown. If I had the time to pull up on them, I would be there already pulling up on them because I just have nothing but time, you retard. I am my own job. Let's get the retards back focused again. I hate reading comments, especially when the comments be stupid. My money, okay? My job, my creation. I got my deep freeze in my bitch. You see this box right here? If you can see that little orange light, there you go. There you go. You hear that shit? Right on time. Right on time. That box right here is $500. That's what I spent for me, my creation from the app. Not no app. Not no signing and side hustling and running around fucking dropping people in their shit, eating their french fries and shit. No, none of that. None of that. Fuck wrong with y'all. You don't hear Don you Dollar sign Icy Don 167. Definitely need it. Money's always needed. But you fucking fool. Don't come here again talking. Distracting me from my prayers. You ain't pulling up on nobody. I wish I could have caught you when you was here when you posted that one. My bad, folks. You ain't pulling up on nobody. I pulled up on them in January, pulled up on them in May, I pulled up on one. Yo, bro, I mean, like I say, I have to contain and calm down myself because I know that it's just a snap mode, and that's where we at right now. So it's no more calm down, it's no more nothing right now. It's just straight, I can go snap mode. Like I say, man, everything's about being smart. Everything with me is really going to be chess. So when I do snap 100%, which is next time, okay? When I snap, which will be next time, everything, all the T's will be crossed and all the I's will be dotted, including. So there's no. Understand what I'm saying? I actually got to get him telling, I got to get his reason why he hasn't paid me yet. See, I'm letting you know because you got a big mouth. I need you on record of why you haven't paid me yet. So that's what I'm getting to right now. I got to get you Tell him the reason why you have not paid me yet. All that shit, all that's evidence to clear me. Larry. That's probably the stupid roofer. If not, I don't know. Maybe not. I shouldn't even say that. Maybe it is though. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But all I know is that roofer, when he was on top of that roof and he was explaining to me the whole reason why the roof is still leaking, I'm looking like, man, you bugging. What the fuck is wrong with the roof? And he's like, well, you ain't gonna be able to really tell until it start leaking. Then that's when you go back up there. But if those holes are still leaking from that time and that day, that was back in 2020. And I'm telling you that roof is still leaking. Like, and it's worse now because it's been 4 years. So the shit is worse. That's why you was hearing the raindrops like bloop, 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 bloop. And this man is still lying to the people, saying that we almost there. And you folks are mad at me talking about get a job. No, y'all supposed to be like, yo, go, Don, go, 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 go. That's y'all supposed to be cheering me on. But for you faggot dudes to be protecting this man and protecting this man with your spell casting words, there shouldn't be one. This is like a Diddy. This is like a Diddy situation. You know what I'm saying? There shouldn't be one person who's defending Umar at this point. It's like Wendy Williams unveiled the situation years ago about Diddy. Now, son, here it is. The situation about this man, and it's he exposed himself by not providing those boys, those little babies. And that's where we at right now. There shouldn't be a soul that's mad at me. Everyone's supposed to be, everyone who's paying attention, everyone who has an ear to the situation, everyone who has knowledge and wisdom of this situation should be like, yo, Don, I wish and I pray that you can really succeed in what you're saying that you want to do. I wish and I pray that you really can find this dude and get your money. That's what y'all supposed to be saying. But y'all must be some fag boys if you're saying anything opposite. You gotta be a fag boy. You gotta be a fag boy if you really want this man still to open the school. You gotta be a fucking coon. You got to be. And why at the school, there was no reason for him not to really be successful. But because his mouth and his evil ways shut down all his blessings. And how many times people got to tell y'all that shit? And what he should do is gracefully take a bow and do what he can do from the level where he's at. And that starts with doing the right thing with me. Pay me my money. That's where it starts. You'd be surprised once you do the right thing that's in place. Just imagine I did a video back in June of last year saying, yo, Umar, pay me my money, yo, man. And right now it came at the best time. He makes me so sick for the whole while he did everything. But, yo, I'm glad that I got my money. How you think the people from that June to now would be just responded just from knowing that he finally got that off his chest? Even if I'm just going, well, at least he gave that man his money. I respect him for that. But he can't even get that. Either a person who's just completely naive to the situation, ignorant to the situation, a buffoon to the situation, or just a devil. But that's especially if you know of the situation and you defended him. He blamed contractors, and yet still he has no accountability. Not one time did he say, maybe I should have done more. Now you don't get that. You don't even get, I could have done a little bit more. He don't even do that. He'd rather say there's a coon in everybody. That's what he'd rather say. He'd rather say there's a coon in everybody, as opposed to, there's a whole lot more I could have done. But he'd rather call himself a coon. Folks, for all those folks who still believe in Joe Biden and going to give Joe Biden your vote, for all those folks who still believe in Umar and still going to give him your donation, what God you serve? What God you serve? And you got to ask yourself that every day you think about supporting these individuals, because it cannot be a righteous God. It cannot be a God of any rightful thinking. Now, I understand we've been bamboozled. Those books, those storybooks are definitely confusing a lot of people, especially if you. Same with Umar. If you supposed to be able to read in between him now. He's transparent at this point. He don't care nothing about these little boys. He don't care nothing about you. He just wants your money and your cookies too. That's it. And wants cookies. He want to have like 3 glasses of shakes sitting on the table and like 80 bags of cookies sitting there and not sharing none of the cookies. Like, no, they're all for me. These are all my cookies. You can't have none of my cookies. That's the type of corny ass dude he is. It's kind of embarrassing to be black right now in 2025, 2024. It's very embarrassing to be black. You got Dwayne Wade's son parading around as a girl, and he's supporting that shit. You got LeBron James fucking rents if his son is flaming or not. You got intellectual people who love debate. They think that everything is about debating with no solid groundwork. It's embarrassing to be black right now. And then we have an election that the entire world is laughing at us about. We have candidates that we know we should not even be supporting, but yet and still we arguing, debating amongst each other about who we should be voting for when we know we should just be protesting this whole shit to take it over. This is embarrassing. My job is to wake you up, Larry. Your job and all your efforts of working jobs benefit you by not even being there, because now you're free and now you can become a creator. My job is to help you become a creator. My job is to make you move faster on your mission that you're on. What is your job? What is your job? Do you have a job? Do you have a job? I want y'all to ask yourself that. Damn, do you have a job? Do you really have a side hustle in life? Do God have a side hustle for you? Mm-mm. Do God have a side hustle for you? If you're a bus driver, what is your job? What's your spiritual job? If you're a trucker, if you're a policeman, what is your spiritual job? Now, what's crazy is like if you are a Buddhist or you're a Muslim, or if you're a Christian, a Catholic, you know what I'm saying? You say, what's your spiritual job? But then you say you're an atheist. You say, what's your spiritual job? Like, what's your side hustle? My side hustle is wrong to prove right. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this is scary. And everybody's all over the place, and nobody wants to take a leadership role and leadership position for real power. That should be the new slogan. Not black power, real power. Real power. Real power. Real power. Real power. Real power. Okay? Not willpower, real power. And real power is willpower. To stay focused on black power. And black power don't mean a job. Black power means that you are controlling the jobs. Let the women have all the jobs, and your women jobs, you invest into what's in the community. Heavy. There's no spending that money. See, that's black power. See, and I'm gonna use this 1970 word, PIMP. If we was organized, we would have our women out there getting every single fucking job, period. But they would not be consumers. They would be the investors back into the community. We robbing the system and put it back in because they're gonna be giving the women jobs and not thinking and assuming that they're gonna be a bunch of consumers. But no, they giving it back to the hood. Their boyfriends who got their stand, their man who's out there doing this, and everything's organized. That's how you do it. That's black power. Stop having our women running around. If you're a man, you a big consumer, and you buying stuff just to be a consumer, you got faggot tendencies. Oops, I didn't mean to say faggot. I meant to say feminine tendencies. My bad. But that's what you have. Feminine tendencies. 2025 is not the year for black consumerism. (2024, 2025) got to be the year that we wait. That means we come together. But first, we got to get rid of all those evil entities that's entwined in this circle. We got to get rid of you perpetrators. We got to get rid of these false idols. We got to get rid of these Umar Johnsons because they are the fake people who's using education as a tool and means to pimp the people. We must put that to an end. What do you think, folks? What say you? Thank you for your listening ear. Let me see how my car sounds right now. I actually been sitting here for a reason, because let me see how it sounds, because When I was about to leave earlier, it shut off. So now I let it cool down. Let's see. I knew I was gonna forget that. That's funny. All right, it seems like it's gonna dry. I think I'm gonna go out to New York tomorrow. I think that's what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna pull up to New York tomorrow. So it's official. Going to New York. Peace.